The world beyond Europe was a mystery, and curiosity sparked imaginations across the continent. The scent of the ocean breeze, combined with tales of distant lands, filled the minds of sailors and explorers with dreams of discovery. In the crowded streets of Spain and Portugal, merchants and adventurers longed for a way to reach the riches of the East. The lucrative spice trade between Europe and Asia was dominated by Middle Eastern and Venetian traders. Spices like pepper, cinnamon, and cloves were worth their weight in gold, coveted for both their flavor and their medicinal properties. European powers, desperate to bypass the high costs of trade routes controlled by others, sought a direct sea route to Asia. In 1492, with the crisp autumn wind at his back, Christopher Columbus set sail across the Atlantic under the banner of Spain. His ships, the Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria, carried the hopes of a new route to the East Indies. Little did he know, his journey would land him in an unknown world, the Americas. The promise of wealth was a powerful motivator. Stories of gold-filled cities reached European courts, igniting dreams of quick riches among monarchs and explorers alike. The cold Atlantic winds and the treacherous waters were no match for the burning desire of men like Hernán Cortés and Francisco Pizarro to claim the untold wealth of the Americas. Beyond wealth, religion played a crucial role in motivating European voyages. The Catholic monarchs of Spain, Ferdinand and Isabella, saw the discovery of the New World as an opportunity to spread Christianity. Missionaries, determined to convert indigenous populations, ventured into the jungles and deserts of the Americas, braving harsh climates and unfamiliar terrain. For many, the Americas represented a chance to escape the strife and persecution of Europe. Protestant and Catholic conflicts raged across the continent, driving groups like the Puritans and Huguenots to seek refuge in the New World. The cold winters of the Atlantic crossing were harsh, but the promise of religious freedom and fresh beginnings kept their spirits high. European powers like Spain, Portugal, England, and France competed fiercely for control over trade routes. The icy winds of the North Atlantic tested their ships as they raced to claim territory and establish colonies. The oceans became battlegrounds for dominance, with the Americas representing both new markets and strategic naval footholds. Europe's rapidly growing population strained its agricultural capacity. In the humid, fertile lands of the New World, Europeans saw an opportunity to expand their territories and cultivate new crops. As their ships approached the coasts, soldiers and settlers alike imagined vast farmlands awaiting their plows. Many explorers believed in the existence of a northern route through the Americas that would provide direct access to Asia. Men like John Cabot and Jacques Cartier braved icy waters and freezing winds in their search for this mythical Northwest Passage. The allure of a shortcut to the riches of the East drove them deeper into the uncharted wilderness. The race for colonization was as much about power as it was about profit. European kings and queens saw the Americas as a way to expand their empires, bringing new territories under their crowns. The thought of their banners flying over new lands filled the hearts of monarchs with pride, driving them to support increasingly bold ventures. The intellectual movement of the Renaissance fostered a renewed interest in science, navigation, and geography. The discovery of the Americas fit into this broader narrative of exploration and knowledge. Soldiers, sailors, and scholars alike felt the thrill of being part of a grander European endeavor to uncover the secrets of the world. Legends of mythical riches, like the Fountain of Youth, spurred explorers like Juan Ponce de Leon to venture deeper into the unknown. The humid, tropical jungles of Florida were no match for their thirst for discovery. These fabled quests, though often fruitless, became part of the rich lore surrounding European exploration. As European powers established footholds in the Americas, they sought to expand their influence through conquest. Soldiers marched under the scorching sun, driving inland to claim new territories for their monarchs. The clash of swords and the cries of battle echoed through the Americas as empires carved out new colonies. With colonization came the exploitation of native populations, and soon after, the transatlantic slave trade. Ships crossed the Atlantic, carrying enslaved Africans to work on plantations in the Americas. The trade brought immense wealth to European merchants, but left a legacy of suffering and displacement. The colonies became crucial sources of raw materials like sugar, tobacco, and cotton. European powers exploited these resources to fuel their economies back home, imposing strict mercantilist policies that ensured colonial wealth flowed back to the mother countries. The chill of European winters was offset by the tropical goods that filled the marketplaces of London, Paris, and Madrid. For the indigenous populations of the Americas, the arrival of Europeans brought disease, conflict, and cultural upheaval. Native resistance was fierce, but European weapons and tactics gave the invaders an advantage. Generals on both sides watched as their troops engaged in brutal battles under the harsh sun, with the fate of entire civilizations hanging in the balance. The exchange of crops, animals, and technologies between Europe and the Americas reshaped both continents. European crops like wheat and barley took root in the New World, while crops like potatoes and maize transformed European agriculture. The cool mornings of European farms were soon filled with the scent of new foods brought from across the ocean. Competition between European powers intensified as they vied for dominance in the Americas. Spain and Portugal, the early colonizers, faced growing challenges from England, France, and the Netherlands. The chill of northern winds accompanied naval battles off the coastlines as each nation fought to expand their colonial empires. By the 18th century, Enlightenment thinkers questioned the ethics of colonization and slavery. Philosophers like Montesquieu and Voltaire debated the morality of empire, while others justified conquest as a means of civilizing the world. The cold rationality of Enlightenment thought collided with the brutal realities of colonization. The European colonization of the Americas reshaped the world, leading to the rise of global empires and the spread of Western culture. The legacies of conquest, cultural exchange, and exploitation can still be felt today as the modern world grapples with the consequences of these centuries-old decisions. The warm glow of history casts long shadows, reminding us of the costs of empire. Our journey through time comes to an end for today. We embark on new adventures every week. If you relish the experience, please like and subscribe.